Okay, I have glued the extra piece of baseboard down, and I have removed this crossing which was sitting in there. It's now been removed out. The wiring underneath, I have labelled everything underneath so that I don't get confused when I come to rewire. At this end, the track has actually been lifted, as you can see. It's lifted right round to where it will join back on there. Now, I've not lifted this line here that the camera's looking down at. You'll see it's been cleared both sides, and the reason for that is because I will use that as a datum to lay this line here, and once this line's finished or laid, I'll then lift this line that we're looking at here and use the line that you can't see at the moment, use it as a datum to relay this, because obviously the track as it comes round here, there's absolutely no change to it. The only reason I'm taking it so far back is it will make it a lot easier to transition out of the curve underneath this bridge. The track's probably going to run straight for a very short distance under the bridge to then bring it out onto the new section of baseboard, and then it will run up to there, and obviously from this end here it will then not run quite straight, but be a very, very gentle curve back to this point here, where you'll see there's a mark where I'm actually going to cut it. So next job to do will be to reinstall these 2 points that we're looking at just now, and a trip to local model shop to purchase probably about 7 or 8 metres of code 55 flexible track, so that we can carry on, because most of the relaying, apart from this part here where there's 2 points, most of the relaying is just plain track. There will be one change on the layout here. Now, this was always planned, even if I hadn't changed the station. There will be a crossing put on from this line to this line, and the reason for that is it's to allow any train that is coming in this line here to actually gain access out to the outer loops. If you come round and you look here, you'll see that a train on the inside track, as I'm pointing at, that's this track here. The only way it can actually access the outer loop is to actually go all the way through the fiddle yard and come out the other end and access it from there. So with putting a crossing further back, or I may be able to get the crossing in here, that's a possibility. I may be able to put a curved crossing in here. It will allow trains to cross over from here to here, and then across the diamond crossing and straight out onto the outer line. That was always planned, even if I hadn't relayed the actual station, I hadn't decided to rebuild the station. That was always in the original plans, was to install a new crossing. So exactly where it will be dependent upon how we can smooth out these curves here and make them slightly less of a tight bend. So as I say, I will press on and give you another update when I get further along with some more track laying and point laying. Okay, I've been carrying on relaying track, and I now have the outer loop reconnected. Earlier on I obviously had put in the curved point and the track back to where I'd cut it at the bridge, and now coming this way, pick it up, you can see we have got concrete sleeper to track from the curved point all the way down the new part of the baseboard. And as you can see the difference in the track here. You can see the white concrete sleeper on the left, and you can see the route of the old track to the inside of it. So you can see how the next track, which will be this one here, you can see how that's now going to obviously come away here, which will obviously allow this platform to move back a bit, which will then subsequently allow these lines here to be relayed. I don't know whether you can pick it up. There, you will obviously note, the one thing that you will note, that when you use concrete sleeper track, when you use the track pins, they obviously stick out like a sore thumb. In the wooden sleeper variety, you don't really see the track pins because the track pins are black and the sleepers are a dark brown black colour, so they're quite easily disguised. What I normally do is, once this is ballasted and it's been painted, I will in actual fact remove these track pins. That's what I normally do in the wooden sleeper track. Once they've been removed, a little bit of paint weathered over the top of the wee pinprick holes, and you'll never know those track pins there. They are at the moment just simply there to hold the track. Now, I don't know whether the camera is actually picking this up, but I have elevated the track. Let me see if I can bring a wagon in. In fact, I'll just press a wagon in here. Now hopefully you should be able to see, if I run it that way, there is a slight slope here, it should run back to me. As you can see, it has been elevated. I'm quite pleased with the elevation of the track. It comes all the way around here and it joins back on to the Code 80. Now the way it's been elevated, very simple. Metcalf kits, the outside parts of the cardboard kits is just scrap card, and all I've done is actually cut it into very narrow strips, glue either 2 or 3 strips, and then you simply start off, put 1 strip underneath because you obviously want a gradual bank to appear, then go to 2, and then eventually go to 3, then go back to 2, then go back to 1, and then you're back down onto, if you like, level ground. So you can probably, if I bring the camera up, you can probably see the white strips just sitting underneath. The one thing I forgot to get in the model shop yesterday was spare concrete sleepers, so obviously there are some 2 wooden sleepers will get slipped in there once I've purchased that. But all in all, very pleased with this. The one thing which I have changed, if I come back, this line here, which obviously used to be platform 7 at Blackwood Station, this was divided into 3 isolating sections. Now obviously the trains are no longer going to stop here, so the isolating sections are being stripped out, and what I have done is I have built a new isolating section here in this section of track. Now it's not wired up yet, so there'll be a new switch will go on to my panel on this side of the layout, and I'll be able to obviously stop the trains here. That signal, which obviously signals this track here, and it's really a calling on signal for shunting manoeuvres in the loop. Really there probably needs to be another signal head put in here to control this part of the junction. Originally the signal sat just here, it sat opposite there, but obviously that was there because it was the sensible place to have it, because it was at the end of the station platform. But with no station platform, that signal that used to sit here really now needs to be moved down somewhere here. So it may be that that signal will come out and I will get CR signals to construct a new bespoke cantilever gantry. Same signal on here, but possibly a 3 aspect sitting here with a route indicator. but that's much further down the line. So I shall press on, but as I say, not bad. 7 days ago there was a station here, platform 7, and it's been ripped out, and I've managed to put on the extension and reinstate this outer loop. So I will press on and I'll give you another update hopefully quite soon. Cheers.